Hi, my name is Josh, and this video is to show you how to brew beer living somewhere that doesn't have a local brew shop, particularly, in my case, Japan. To make beer in Japan, or any place really, that doesn't have a local brewery shop, you're going to need to get some supplies. I recommend using the internet. Find a good website for your area, your country, that ships relatively cheaply, and you're going to have to order the basic ingredients: malt, sugar, yeast. Sometimes you can buy pre-hopped malt if you're going for simple. You're also going to need to order or make a fermenter. This one's just done fermenting. Airlock. And basically, your end product's going to look like this. This is just a 2-liter bottle that I'm using to settle, condition my beer. And yeah, after about a week it should be done. After about 2 weeks, I guess I should say. So, I'll show you step by step how to make beer. Here we go. Alright, so this is phase 1 of beer making, and it has absolutely nothing to do with beer. What it is a cleaning phase. So, just to give you a basics, this can is a fermenter. This is where all the magic happens. And then, here we have an airlock. This is the cap, and the airlock goes on the cap like this, and then the cap goes on top of the fermenter. But before any of that can happen, we need to there you are. We need to clean everything. Okay, so I'll get going on this, and away we'll go. Cool. Oh. No, I just had a thought. Better not to splash the camera. Right now what I'm doing is I'm making barley, roasted barley. So basically what I'm doing here, while I'm roasting barley, is roasted barley, as you might be able to see. When you roast it, it gets brown, and that brown roasted barley taste kind of gives the beer a kind of a nutty taste. You don't want to make it black. It's kind of like browning pumpkin seeds. So now what we're doing is I cleaned the fermenter already, and so the next stage is I got my burner, single burner here, and you can see, that's going, and then my pot, big pot, and what I'm doing is this can is a can of malt extract, what I got, pre-hopped, and everything. So what I'm doing is, it's because it's kind of like molasses, I'm boiling it for a little bit in hot water, boiling water, so that the sugars inside loosen up. I mean, it actually literally is January, snowing cold, and it's like molasses in January. You got the idea, you know, it's cold. So, give you a tour. So this is the malt. This is the sugar I'm going to use. I'm going to use most of it. This is a really fine caster sugar. Other stuff I'm going to use. 2 packets of yeast. This is the one that came with the beer kit. And this is special Morgan's ale yeast. It's important when you're brewing beer that even though they might give you yeast in a beer packet, buy another pack of yeast just in case one's dead, or if half of these don't kick in, you at least got another packet of yeast to help you out. So last thing is, you remember that pan of barley? Well, I've stuck them in these little tea bags, big tea bags, and then I'm going to put them in after this is boiled, after I'm actually making the beer. This will go in last for flavoring and color, and so they just float there like a tea bag, and then once I'm done and ready to put it into the fermenter, I just scoop them out. Okay, so just give you an update on the process of what's happening. So my fermenter I put over here next to the camera, and I filled it up with 15 liters of water. This is 6 liters of water in this big pot that I'm boiling. I'm not worried too much about bleaching or alcoholing this pot, because the water in here is going to get boiled, sterilized just by the heat. The water in there is fresh, so everything. The other things I have, this thing has been boiled. It's very soup-like, but still like gummy. I don't know, like syrupy. You can just touch it, and it's like this stuff is really amazing. It's sugar, but it tastes horrible. Have a little taste here. Ugh. Ugh. Pre-hopped can of malt sugar. Malt barley there. So, anyways, what's gonna happen is I'm getting this warm. I want to see little bubbles, like simmering bubbles, and I'm gonna pour this in once this gets hot. And I got my stir stick. As a side note, you know, malt syrup is hard to come by. I mean, I'm brewing beer, and there's no brewery in Mutsu. That's hot. So, I know they make wine here, but I just don't have a source for malt. Malt, I can't get this stuff. So, how I got this was I had to order it online. God, you need 3 hands for this. and I got this stuff. And you know, God bless the internet for having this. Because you know, you can't brew beer without it. Okay, I'm gonna open up the sugar. Now again, I'm not an expert. I just read online what people online do. And I've heard all sorts of things like stick the can like it is, call it good. I've heard people say put a extra sugar in it. The beer kit said put sugar in it. How much it didn't really say, but this sugar here is finer than table sugar. So if you had table sugar, this would be finer than that. Jeez. Which means it clumps. Let's see what this tastes like. Ooh, that's rich. Wow. It tastes, oddly enough, I had reservations about pre-hopped malt, but that's hoppy. I'm gonna turn this off.